The internet, and welcome to Famipod, a podcast for family where we help your family make sense of the gaming world one patch note at a time. Famipod understands that in today's gaming landscape, it is more important than ever to keep the whole family informed on the most exciting rumors and biggest pitfalls coming to your little loot goblins, your future rage quitters, your DNA DLC, if you will. I'm your host, Ryan Tierney, and with me, I've got the usual suspects. On one side, I've got the man, a beautiful Swedish baby boy, a man who was so turned off by cartoon mice he decided to skip an entire week of content. Mr. Dennis, how you doing?
Mm.
One patch note at a time.
We're finally at 1.0.
And on the other side, I've got a man who's also well known for his irrational beef with animated rodents, Mr. Curly.
I happen to be quite turned on by cartoon mice.
Tell that to Stuart.
Oh, that's a rat little bitch. That's not a mouse. That's a stupid little
Animated
rat
rodent.
bastard.
Animated
Son of
rodent.
a bitch.
He falls into that category.
Oh
And
yeah,
there you go.
he's a dumbass little bitch though.
Do you see how
Fuck
quickly
Stuart
you
Little.
got triggered there?
Yeah, he sucks.
It's the audio level of a mouse.
Yes.
Can't shit fucking work? Hello?
Yes, the
Okay,
audio
here we
level
go.
of a mouse too.
While Dennis figures that out, if you're new to the channel, you can catch us live every Wednesday from 10 to 10:30 on twitch.tv/Curly Studios. If you can't catch us live because you, like my co-hosts, also suffer from musophobia and are cowering in a corner anticipating their next attack, well, you can find the VOD uploaded to youtube.com at Famicorp every Thursday morning. And if you need us on the go because those pesky rats are knocking at your door at this very moment and you need to hightail it out of there, you can find us on all your favorite podcast services such as Spotify, Google, and Amazon podcasts. We are here tonight to talk about news that is hopefully slightly less rat infested.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
the console wars heat back up. Sony's
For
geared up
anyone
for
that needs
Sucker
any
Punch's
context,
return
we
to
just-
Infamous.
We just reviewed Mouse BI for Hire, by the way. I don't know if
And I
that's
wasn't
clear or
there.
not.
That's why he was saying I hate rats.
And a 60-minute live state of play is set to kick off Summer Games Fest. Let's gentlemen, are y'all ready? Y'all ready to get to do the dang thing?
I'm ready to get to it. One last little tidbit of housekeeping. We may be jumping over to the Famicor Twitch channel instead of the Curly Studios one. So just be on the lookout for that. Stay in the Discord, stay in the deets, all that. We have our own Twitch channel and stuff, but yeah, we just haven't been using it. But we might swap over that. So just a heads up. We'll share the link and whatnot. It should just be twitch.tv/Famicorp. That should be it. We changed the name finally. So yeah.
Yeah. When we initially started the show, we were called Famipod. Just after the pod. Then we were like, we should be a corporation. And then we became Famicorp.
We did.
Yeah, follow us there. Anyway.
Anywho, before we jump into our topics for the night, we got a game to play. If you did not catch us last week, Curly and I kicked off a little game. We did a blind ranking. Five things. You got to rank them without knowing what comes next, 1 through 5. You guys are going to be doing this together, so you have to decide and agree upon where you're going to place this thing. And since our news for tonight is so PlayStation coded, this is going to be the top 5 PlayStation exclusives. So I'm going to give you one after another. You got to put it 1 through 5, and once you have that spot filled, that's it. Like you find out what comes next, and you got to place them appropriately, and you can't change it.
Is it just one of us doing it, or
no? Y'all have to agree on where to put it.
Oh,
welcome to chaos, gentlemen. This is exclusives that are still currently exclusives, not games that came to another console later.
PC or
no? Just some of them might be on PC.
Okay.
PCs don't exist in Ryan's mind.
Well, it's not a console. I said console exclusive.
Ryan's PC
kicking
racist.
Kicking it off first. is God of War 3.
God of War 3?
How many? Was it 1 to 5? Did you
It's
say
5. Yeah.
1 through 5. Yep.
Just to stay safe, I would put this at 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Great
So
minds,
God of War
bro.
3
Great
going in
minds.
at 4. All right,
I was gonna say fucking Parappa the Rapper or something. Which would easily be 1, of course, in case that leg is listening.
Next up, Astrobot Rescue Mission.
Rescue Mission. Ooh.
The VR game? I haven't played that.
Oh, dude. Think
You gotta play it.
Astrobot, but better.
Yeah, I never had a PSVR, so never had the chance to play it.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I would put this at 3. Just because it's more interesting than God of War 3. It's like that's an ending of a trilogy, and
Yeah,
like
let's
Astrobot
do-
Rescue Mission is literally what held PlayStation VR as like a viable. Wow, this thing has an exclusive, and it's basically the Mario 64 of VR. It's crazy good.
Yeah, let's do 3.
All right, Astrobot Rescue Mission going in at number 3. All right, next up, Uncharted 1.
5.
Yeah, Uncharted
Dennis,
1 is
what
a
say
little
you?
bit. I mean, it really depends on what's coming up next, but like,
Yeah, no. I would struggle placing Uncharted 1 above God of War 3 anyway. Like, I don't know. Uncharted 1, I would probably
I think
over
I
God
would
of War
put
3.
I would probably put Uncharted 1 over God of War 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do 5.
Yeah. Not by a huge margin. I'm not mad about it yet.
So you got the 1 and the 2 slot remaining. Your next game is Bloodborne.
Oh. Come on, man.
I mean, that one's at number 5 for me.
I mean, I'll concede by putting it number 2. I would very easily be sold on number 1. Being that this is a me and Dennis thing, I think it's only fair to put it at 2. Plus, I don't know
the
that
way
I would
the way Ryan is grinning right now means that whatever is next is gonna be like fucking Warhawk or some shit.
It's gonna be Astrobot, or no, what is it? Sackboy's Big Adventure.
Which means, so we got Bloodborne 2, Astrobot Rescue Mission 3, God of War 3, 4, Uncharted 1, 5, which means your number 1 game is Gran Turismo 7. Congratulations.
All right, that feels bad. Have you ever played a Gran Turismo, Dennis?
Yeah, I played I think the one I played the most extensively was Gran Turismo 3 on PS2.
I played one of them for like 10 minutes, and I was really bad at it, and I was like, this sucks. I want to play Burnout instead.
I played the Gran Turismo 5 a bit as well, but I mean the only one I played extensively is 3.
Saving Gran Turismo 7 for last is dirty.
Yeah. Well, so last time what did I save? Team Cherry for last. And I knew I could I was like, I had to go the opposite way and save the worst one for last. Or at least the one that y'all, not saying that Gran Turismo is a bad series or a bad game. It's just not, I know it's not y'all's cup of tea.
Yeah.
So yeah, top to bottom, number 1, Gran Turismo 7, number 2, Bloodborne, 3, Astrobot Rescue Mission, 4, God of War 3, 5, Uncharted 1. What would y'all change if you?
I would put Gran Turismo 7 off of this list.
Well, I mean, it's got to go somewhere. It's one of the 5.
What I would change is that I would like fucking kill you for making such a dumbass list.
Change your life
to
non-existent. No, I would put out of these games, Bloodborne would be number 1 for sure. Gran Turismo would be dead last, and then everything else is fine.
Yeah, I think just bump Gran Turismo down to the last spot, and then you're probably good.
Yeah,
I'd be interested in an Uncharted 1 versus God of War 3 debate.
Yeah, I would absolutely be sold either way, depending on who's bringing the argument.
All right. Great job, dude. Well job, gentlemen. Well job.
Well job.
Let's kick off our topics
I thought you
for tonight.
wanted shorter shows. Why are we?
Oh, I want clips, man. We're doing real bad at getting clips out. We need engagement.
The show is starting now. What do you mean?
Ah, man. All right. That took 24 minutes. We're fine. We're cooking. All right. First topic of the night.
I mean, we were in the starting soon for a long time. This is
That's true. Yeah,
We've been recording for 10 minutes.
We're doing great. We're doing fantastic.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Well job. So good.
Well job.
Well job. All right, the console wars are heating back up, gentlemen. Let's go to our first topic of the night. Sony issued a statement. Was it Herman? Let me pull up the article. You got the article, Dennis? Let me pull up the article. Pull up the article. 1 second.
Excuse me.
Sony reportedly won't release its major single-player PlayStation games on PC anymore, according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier. Herman Hulse, who heads up PlayStation Studios business, informed employees in a town hall on Monday about the change in strategy. Schreier had previously reported on the shift in March, saying that Sony scrapped plans to launch PC versions of last year's Ghost of Yotei and other internally developed games. Online games will still come to multiple platforms following this change in strategy, Schreier reported at the time. In recent years, Sony has released many of its biggest games on PC, including Spider-Man 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, and multiple titles like Helldivers 2 and Marathon. In a follow-up report, or at least in contextually speaking, Asha Sharma with Xbox also came out and stated that they are reevaluating their exclusivity as well. So everybody playing nice together, all peacefully coexisting on a PC platform of your choice seems to be dead. It's over. It's done with. PC gamers, you suck. I'm sorry.
Well,
Xbox and PlayStation are taking their balls and going home.
Xbox is still going to be on PC, but Xbox isn't going to be on PlayStation anymore.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
No, I mean
reevaluating your exclusivity.
Yeah, but Ryan,
we know what they
mean.
mean.
Project Helix is Windows 11.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they would block that.
Yeah. That being said, like, I mean,
or more specifically, if they did something to block that and make sure that your Windows 11 games can only be played on Project Helix, that would just be a shortcut to suicide. Like, that is complete idiocy.
I mean, they still have like Game Pass for PC. It wouldn't make any sense at all. But no, all that being said, like, I don't really play PlayStation games on PC already, but I was like weaseling my way into maybe I actually should just be a PC gamer. So this does change things for me personally, just because like I feel like PlayStation strategy right now is like, yo, we know our next console is gonna be like $800 to $1,000. Nobody's gonna buy that shit. Like nobody can afford it. So like, how do we keep people in our ecosystem? Well, we chokehold them and force them to do it. That's what it seems like, right? Like, I don't know. This kind of sucks, but also I get it. Like, because again, like me, the person that loves playing on consoles, like, yeah, I'm probably not buying a PS6 like right away just because monetary reasons. And like, if I could play the games on PC, I would probably rather upgrade my PC than buy a console and just play the games there just later. And they're probably aware of that. So they're like, no, we gotta get the Curlys back in somehow. So now I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just save up money and suck it up. But you know,
you think this move is more placated towards like people just going PC, or is it more like, hey, Steam is going to be on Helix or on the new Xbox platform? We don't want people playing PlayStation games on Xbox.
I think it's a mix of both, right? I personally think it is just them probably going through the strategy that I just told you. Like, we need players to stay in our ecosystem and buy the console. How do we get them to do that? It's like, oh yeah, people buy the console because the exclusives. Like that's just, it is what it is. And the further and further we get away from the exclusives, the less boxes they're gonna sell.
I mean, they weren't doing exclusives day and date though. I mean, it's at the earliest, it's been like a year later that they come to PC. I
Yeah,
don't feel like they
I
lose
think
their target audience as much.
well, it's a combination too with the prices of everything going up. Like, I mean, like again,
Yeah.
like I said, the next PS6, like, do you guys expect it to be less than $700, $800? I don't.
It's probably going to be $1,000. I would
And
imagine.
that's way past the like threshold for like casual gamers. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, let's be real. Like, a lot of people that bought a PlayStation 5 are casual gamers. They're playing mostly third-party stuff anyway. So, like, they're not getting them in the door with $1,000 console. So, like, who's the box going to be for? It's going to be the hardcore PlayStation fans. We got to get them on there with our exclusives. Like, I think it's the combination of the two. It's like, dude, the like the economy everywhere is just fucked. Like, it just is, and it's just like, how do we get people on the ecosystem? I think exclusives is the only answer. Like, I don't like that because, like, again, I don't personally care what platform I'm playing on anymore. Like, I don't really like. We joke about it like the consoles are back and console wars are back and stuff. And I was always like a PlayStation stan. Like, I really could give a fuck less nowadays. Like,
they're fun
that's
though.
me. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. And fuck Xbox. But like
yeah,
at the same time, like, bro, like like I don't care anymore. Like I'll play my games wherever I can like afford to play them because like I don't know. I'm kind of just dreading the next generation just because I'm probably gonna miss out on a good bit of it.
Dennis, how you feel?
I feel like I mean, like I said before, like it doesn't make any sense for Microsoft to stop putting the games on PC since they're going full on PC. But with PlayStation, I think this was like I think they started doing PC games to begin with because they felt pressure. And the moment cooler heads prevail, or whatever the term is, they realize like, oh, this is a fucking stupid idea. Our entire business relies on selling PlayStations because we earn 30% on everything that happens on our closed walled garden. Like, that makes you such an immense amount of money that it just doesn't make any sense to do this. And that's not because, and I mean, I think a naive perspective would be, well, you still do that and you sell more games on other platforms. But that's not really how it works. Like, as Curly was going into, like, he was considering becoming a PC gamer, which means that he would have left the PlayStation ecosystem and started buying more games other than PlayStation games on PC instead of buying them on PlayStation, which means that they make less money. Like, there's literally no situation where this makes any sense from their perspective, because they just make less money in every outcome. So I think that is exactly what happened, where it's like they tried this and then they realized like, oh, this is dumb. And they also didn't make a lot of money from it. From the PC versions. I think partly because of their delayed release and the heavily reduced marketing. Like in some of the example, like for example, Helldivers 2, though I don't think you can take too much from Helldivers 2, considering what an outlier it is in general. But that one
Sony
sold
that too.
Yeah, but even then, like they sold like 15 million copies in a couple of months on PC, which is wild.
Yeah, to that point, I'd imagine they probably keep games like that on PC, right? Like, if they were to make a Helldivers 3, that's still going to be on PC.
Yeah, no,
they
have
like Marathon
said
released on PC.
Yeah.
They have said as much as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little worried about this, like as a move, only from the standpoint of like the PS5 like generation is widely like viewed with like a negative outlook based off of its line of exclusives, just because there really hasn't been the pace that the games have come out on the PS5. There's a lot of people that are probably going to say this wasn't worth my purchase or it wasn't worth the money, which I don't necessarily agree with that viewpoint. I think there's an insane amount of games to play on PS5, but the mainstream point of view on there is like I spent $600 on a console, and now it's what, 700. Now it's the base PS5 is the same. Like they just had another price hike.
Oh my god.
So like you're gonna release a PS6, in, I mean, it technically the console generation is up next year. I'm sure that's getting pushed. I think they've said as much. It's probably not.
Yeah.
We're not looking at new consoles for another few years, which is probably for the best. But like people are going to look at that and say, "Hey, why is this worth my money?" Because you're only putting out maybe one console exclusive a year, if that. Do I just go to PC where I can play anything but your games and Switch? I think PS6 could turn have we're talking about the console wars potentially being back. Like if that's the rat race being run and people are saying, "Hey, yes, you have really good exclusives, but no, I'm not getting them at a clip that I feel like validates my purchase."
Yeah.
Do we see Xbox kick back in, open the door of the console wars and be like, "Hey, we got Game Pass. It's down to $20 a month now."
I mean,
And
the way that Xbox is bringing back the console war is by basically co-opting PC.
Right.
So like I think and like part of this, it was mentioned earlier, but like part of this move as well is certainly the fact that they are doing that, and by still releasing by PlayStation still releasing their exclusives on PC means that they are giving them to Microsoft. And I think when Sony started doing this, it was a different world as well. Like at that point, the Steam Deck was out, so there was like some amount of console perspective in the PC space, but it was like the Steam Deck was and is still relatively like a small fry. But like now, I think the whole idea of playing PC games in the living room is becoming more and more accepted as an idea, especially in the gaming space. And now when Microsoft is hopping on the train and being like, "Hey, wait a minute, we could just co-opt PC and win this war," then it just makes absolutely no sense for PlayStation to put their games there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I have to say real quick, this is completely off topic, but Dennis, the room to your right, or maybe your left, depending on the camera, is well lit perfectly for like a horror movie, and there's like a hand shadow coming up to like it is like extremely eerie looking.
Yeah.
Just like for audio listeners, check out the video because like that room is like to a T like like a horror movie room. There's literally a hand reaching out of that curtain right there.
It does not look like that in real life. It looks way more mundane.
That's terrifying.
The other thing I wanted to note is that I don't think the PS6 is going to be that expensive for two reasons. One, I think one of the reasons why people speculated being so expensive is because the PS5 Pro was so expensive. And I understand the perspective that people come at from that thing, because like, oh, it's going to be more powerful than the PS5 Pro, hence it's going to be more expensive than the PS5 Pro, and it's not really how it works. I also think that the PS6 is not going to be more powerful than the PS5 Pro. So that's like a false kind of statement in its own way. But even just addressing that specifically, the PS5 Pro is as expensive as it is because of it being an evolution of the PlayStation 5 platform instead of a reinvention. So like think of it as like building a house and then building an extension to the house instead of building a new house. And combined, building the house and building the extension is, I don't know if that actually is more expensive than building a new house, but you get the idea that I'm kind of going at here, which is like they didn't build a or like maybe a better idea would be building a house and then fixing inherent issues with the house, which is probably more expensive than just tearing it down and building a good house from the beginning. Something like that. It's not really a perfect analogy, but I think you kind of get the point that I'm trying to make. Where like PS6 is going to be this entirely new and more efficient architecture, which means that it's going to be inherently cheaper and inherently more powerful. While the PS5 Pro is kind of taking what the PS5 is and taking it to its ultimate extent in some way, which leads to like a what's the term I'm looking for? Diminishing returns, basically. It's like buying, I guess it's kind of like instead of buying a cheaper graphics card and then just buying the next cheaper graphics card, you buy a 5090 the first time, which is like exorbitantly more expensive, but it is more powerful right now. But like in the long run, you're spending less by just buying the cheaper graphics cards that are good enough, basically. But yeah, and then on the point of like the PS6 is going to be less powerful than the PS5 Pro, I think that is like I think they're gonna do multiple SKUs. They're gonna have a cheaper version and they're gonna have an more expensive version. The more expensive version will probably be more powerful than the PS5 Pro, but I think they're gonna have like a much cheaper version. I think when we from the report where we got a lot of the information about the PS6 was from Moore's Law is Dead, and the information that he had was that Sony was planning a handheld and a console. But he put in a little bit of speculation there as well, which I think is an extremely good idea that I think Sony should actually do, which is basically take the so from a hardware perspective, they have the handheld and they have the console. And the speculation that he did was to take the hardware in the handheld and make a console out of it as well. So basically do a PS4, a PS6, PS6 handheld, and a PS6S basically. And why would that be a good idea? Because the handheld is going to have a lot of costs that are not related to, that would not be relevant in a console. Like they're going to have a display, and everything's going to have to be miniaturized in a way that is much more expensive. While if they put that into a box, where they don't have to pay for an expensive screen and a lot of these other components that are not relevant in a console, then you can create a very cheap console, which I think is a great idea that they should do, especially in this environment. So I think they will have, at the lowest end, they will have a cheap ass PS6S. Which might be in like the $400, $500, I would hope $400 range, or less. Then they're gonna have the handheld, and I think that's gonna be priced in the middle, possibly at like $600, and then you'll have the regular PS6, They might even flip these around and call the regular PS6 or like the cheaper one, the PS6, and just launch the PS6 Pro immediately and use that as the more expensive one.
I like that idea.
Which would also make sense because the handheld is definitely going to be weaker than the home console. So that would mean that the handheld and the cheaper model are parity, which kind of makes sense, them both being the base PS6 and then you having a PS6 Pro at the same time. And I think that one is going to be more expensive. I think $1,000 is much, but I don't see it being more expensive. I think I see it being in the range of the PS5 Pro.
That's interesting. I mean, like everything we were hearing about, the Steam's new console and Project Helix, like the conjecture is like upwards of 1,000.
Yes, but there's a difference there as well, because both the Steam Machine and the Project Helix consoles are not using like custom hardware. They're both using off-the-shelf components, which means there is a level of more expense there. When Sony is going to AMD and ordering custom components, that means that they're getting a there's of course like an upfront R&D cost, but they're also saving on the fact that they're doing like a bulk purchase essentially. So I believe Microsoft is also doing custom components to some extent, but I also remember hearing like something about the fact that AMD didn't want to spend the money because they didn't think they would sell enough. I don't remember what that was about. But now I do remember that they did say they were going to do custom. But there's another element there as well, which is, and this is like a thing that the Steam Deck, for example, didn't really hit, which is the idea that if the Steam Machine or the or Project Helix, if they are subsidized by purchases from the store, by game purchases, that opens them up to a situation where these are just used as computers or used by or like, for example, you could buy a Project Helix console and just use Steam on it, which means that Microsoft probably lost money on your purchase. That is not a problem for Sony as well, which means that they can subsidize the console. And there's a whole other thing as well, which is like the Steam Machine is marketed as a computer, not as a console necessarily. While it is definitely kind of both. But it does also mean that a company can buy them as office computers if they are cheap enough. Yeah. which is why Valve is not subsidizing them, while they did so for the Steam Deck. So there are a lot of considerations that are going into the price here, and exactly why I think the PS6 is going to be relatively not as expensive.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Look, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that takes away the argument I'm talking about the next console generation. Like if they're $400 or $500 cheaper than their competitors, like, I mean, that spells great news for the PS6. Oh, let's put a bow on this one with a fun little question. When do y'all think we see Helix and PS6?
I think Helix is coming out imminently because Microsoft is floundering and they need anything at all. I think PS6 is. I think Sony is delaying it. I think 2030? There were no, probably like 28, 29.
Okay.
I would say 29. I could see Helix being 27, 28. 28 feels more right, but I don't know. Dennis isn't wrong. My counter question is, what's the max that you guys would pay for any of them? PS6, I guess.
I mean,
if PS6 launches at $750, $800, I'm probably still in.
Still in. I think I'm priced out at 6. Like personally,
At 600. Yeah.
6. Yeah, and which is like unfortunate because I know it's gonna be like at least that or more. But yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at least right now
It,
for a console. Because like you said, if I'm being honest, like the games aren't coming out at a clip that like justifies any more than that for me. Um, it would definitely be one of those that like, and what also sucks is that like consoles don't get cheaper anymore; they just get more expensive. The PS5 Pro being $900 is crazy, but I mean that will what that's what I would have to do is wait for the library to build up and eventually bite the bullet. But yeah,
yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair.
for me, like I do think if I kind of back when the PS5 Pro came out, if I knew the situation I was in right now, I don't think I would have bought the PS5 Pro
mm.
because I think not because the PS5 Pro isn't a good device. I think if you are a PlayStation only person, you're getting a lot of shit, or especially now with PSSR 2, you're getting a lot of shit out of the PS5 Pro. If that's the kind of stuff you care about. I mean, with both Requiem and Pragmata, like they had way more extensive use of ray tracing on PS5 Pro. But the thing is that I've played all of those all those games on my PC, so I didn't get those things out of my PS5 Pro. Because for me, if I played those games on PS5, then I'm getting a lesser experience than I get on my PC.
Mm.
So it doesn't make any sense. Also, games are usually cheaper on Steam, which
True.
is another aspect, right? Um, but
Let's
so I think as I said, like and so that kind of leads me to think that maybe I wouldn't buy the PS6 um unless Sony kind of gets on the bandwagon of more exclusives. Like for example, like if Intergalactic comes out after the PS6 release, I don't think I can see a situation where I don't buy the most expensive
yeah.
PlayStation to play it on, because I mean it's a Naughty Dog game. But if it comes out before the PS6 release, I will probably be content playing it on PS5 Pro and possibly not buy a PS6 for a while. I will probably still buy the handheld though.
I think we'll see cross generation games from PS5 to
Yeah,
PS6
for
for
sure.
quite
Yeah.
a while into the next
Yeah.
console generation, regardless. But let's
That's just as
go
a
ahead.
final note. That's one other point I wanted to bring up is like I have the standard PS5 and I love it. Like
It's so
I
good.
don't think there's really like too many games that like it doesn't run well on. Like I mean, well, don't run well on it. Like I'm in no hurry to upgrade. Like that's my thing is like PS5 just standard is great. Like I find a lot of games run perfectly fine on it for me.
Mm.
Yep. I agree. I think 2030, 10-year console generations sound fantastic. But
Mm-hmm.
we may not be getting the PS6 for quite a while. But when it does launch, you might be able to play the newest iteration of the famed Sucker Punch franchise, Infamous, on it. Uh, VGC reporter Jordan Midler said on a podcast that PlayStation has an Infamous project in the works. He said the project sits somewhere else in PlayStation rather than with series creator Sucker Punch. He inferred the effort could remake the first two PS3 entries for PS5, while warning the plan may have changed or been canceled. No studio release window or platform target has been identified, leaving PS5 versus PS6 kind of up in the air. Uh, Nate Fox from Sucker Punch denied any involvement with any plans to bring Infamous back, but it's kind of exciting. We kind of talked about this before the podcast kicked off. Uh, do we need an Infamous game in the
Yes.
current Sony's current climate? Dennis, we have your answer. Curly, you were the most vocal about this one,
Yeah.
very wrongly. So go ahead.
I mean, like to be honest, like I would play it, sure, but like in the current landscape of Sony games, like I would rather something else just because I get my open world superhero fix from Insomniac now, and I don't really like. I don't love Infamous for its like story or characters or anything. I like the gameplay, and I think the gameplay of Spider-Man and probably Wolverine are better in my opinion. I'm not gonna say no to a new Infamous game, but like, yeah, I don't know. I also would say this is probably some kind of remake remaster situation. Um, Given Sony's recent track record, that seems more in line for what they would probably do.
Great, we've already gotten remake remasters of the original Infamous games, correct?
No.
On PS4.
No, they're locked on PS3.
Yeah.
There's not a collection of the two on PS4. Was there a collection released on PS3?
Nope. I mean, they were on PS3, so I know.
Yeah, they were just PS3 games. Yeah, it was Infamous 1 and 2 on PS3, and then Second Son came out on the PS4.
Yeah, and First Light.
Okay, there was a 2012 compilation. Infamous, yeah. So the Infamous collection, there was a collection of the two games. It was just released on PS3 then. Okay.
Yeah, but they're still locked. I mean, that's why I'm like, yeah, it's probably some kind of port remaster remake situation, which I'd be way more down for honestly than a new one. And I'm not like an Infamous hater. It's just like
you sound like an Infamous hater.
It was a time and place game where it's like kind of the Mass Effect thing of like, choose your path. Are you going to be evil Cole or good Cole? And it's everything reflects that decision. I feel like that's like a very antiquated gameplay motif, I guess. Like,
I mean, you evolved the project at this point in time. I mean,
yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's a very antiquated game, my opinion. I do think they're fun, but like, I think what Spider-Man does is way better. Personally, I would like more of that. And Insomniac's already got that in the bag.
We just got an antiquated game in Pragmata that you absolutely loved. So like, what are we talking about here, dude? Like,
I mean,
that game screams
Pragmata
PS3
was
and you
very
gave it a 9.
I think the Pragmata does a lot of innovative stuff too, like with the hacking stuff and all that.
Okay, well, Infamous has the same opportunity to do that. Like,
sure, but it's not. It's gonna be
cool.
Doing lightning cool shit.
That is wild conjecture. It's crazy.
I really want to see Infamous come back. One thing I want, or a couple of things I want to note here is first, this was I don't know if you mentioned, this was a single source.
Yeah, a single source.
Which does not bode well.
Does not. Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Considering they're all denying it as well, but I mean they would be anyway. Which is why you shouldn't be denying everything, because then once you actually have to deny something, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But one thing, if this is true, I really hope it is, because one thing that I really don't like about Sucker Punch is how they have like publicly held their old IPs hostage, where it's like they're making their, gonna be honest, completely uninteresting Ghost franchise right now. And they have Sly and they have Infamous, two incredibly awesome IPs they've made in the past. And people are being like, I want to play this. I want this to return. None of these games are available on modern platforms except for Infamous Second Son and First Light. And they're just sitting there like, nothing is happening unless we want it to. And it's like, just let Sony hire some fucking random ass studio to port them. Why do you have to do it? Why do you have to do it? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just let someone port the damn games. God damn it.
Sony owns the IP, right? I mean, I imagine if Sony wanted to, they could be like, hey, we're going to reassign.
Yes, but within the PlayStation Studio structure, the creators of the IPs have a lot of control over their games.
Same reason why we never got the Uncharted 1 remake from what's their faces, right?
Yeah.
Bend,
or maybe I'm thinking The Last of Us. Somebody was working on a Last of Us remake, and Naughty Dog's like, no, we're gonna do that instead.
Yeah, exactly. There was the Last of Us remake started somewhere else, and then you were like, no, we're gonna do it ourselves. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like Sucker Punch nowadays. I don't think to call the Ghost franchise completely uninteresting is of course hyperbole. But
It's
like
not,
I
it's
don't
not hyperbole.
think
It's a bad take. It's ridiculous. It's a stupid thing to
I
say. You
just
should feel
don't
bad.
think they're anything close to Sly or Infamous in my opinion.
Did you play Yote?
I've not played Yote yet. I do want to play it though.
Then shut up.
Like I did not like Tsushima. I do, from what I've seen, Yote seems to be an improvement. And again, I want to play it. But like Ghost of Yote is like also the only major PlayStation exclusive that I just straight up didn't buy at launch. And I think that kind of says some amount of like how uninteresting I found Tsushima. Which like Sly and Infamous are such creative and awesome games where like they are unusually within the Sony first party, unusually interesting from a gameplay perspective, where they focus a lot on the feel of the game, of like your player expression and all this stuff. And like movement systems. And with Ghost of Tsushima, it was just all gone. Like there's no interesting movement. And I've talked about this before where it's like it feels like the game wants to be more, because when you jump in that game, you jump like 10 million feet for some reason. It just feels like it's a game screaming to be more than this. And then
It's a badass samurai game. Like, what are you like? It's not
like,
trying to be anything except for what it is, man. It's just
For
Kurosawa
Samurai's got hops,
dude.
Dennis.
Like,
You ever
I
watch
don't know,
Samurai
like,
Jack? That bitch can jump, dude.
But that's just
literally
all.
has an
Like
episode
that's
wild-
just all it is. Like the other, like
that's just all it is.
yeah, there are. I don't know if you noticed, there are like a billion badass samurai games in the last 10 in the last
these
5
are the
years.
definitive badass samurai games, dude. Like
Uh,
this franchise is wildly successful. They're not moving off of this anytime soon. Like part 3 is in the works, I'm just sure already. Like, well, not part 3, but their third iteration into this franchise. Like, Sucker Punch is not going back to Infamous, and they're not going back to Sly. I 100% agree with you that they should, whatever
just
rigid
let
stance they've
anyone
got, that they're
do
not.
it. Well, not anyone,
So, like,
of course. Like, don't let whoever made that God of War game do anything. But
Damn.
wow. Well, to
Sounds
be fair,
smart, I
why
mean.
assign why assign a God of War game to the backyard baseball people in the first place? But, that's neither here nor there. So that being the question is, what PlayStation studio would y'all give the Sucker Punch IPs to?
That
none
is
of
my
them.
problem.
None
That's my
of them.
problem. Is I don't want anyone working on them. Like, I don't want a studio that I'm like waiting for their next game to be IP from another studio. It's like, just make something new,
You have to do
something else.
You have to do a Sansaru situation where you find fans of these games and promote them to a second studio. Like, I think it's I think one of the saddest things that have ever happened in the games industry is when Meta bought Sansaru games. Because Sly 4 was
Didn't
good.
they go out to make some like really awesome VR game?
Yeah, but now they're dead, I believe. Because Meta,
Are they dead?
Yeah, I think so. I think they killed them. Because Meta only cares about AI now.
Damn.
But like, Sony should have bought Sansaru games. Now I know there's like a part of the Sly community that doesn't like Sly 4. But even then, it's like
a fine game.
Yeah, like it's fine. I really like it, but like at the worst, it's fine. But like that, they could have been like the studio that kind of kept working on that, or like, I don't know, just fine. There are so many game developers out there. Like, just find someone who loves Infamous and wants to continue it or port it. Like, and like, I think the way that they did it with Sansaru, which was like, I believe, if I remember right, the way they did it was they came in with a pitch for Sly 4, and Sony was like, why don't you go ahead and port the trilogy, and if you do that well, we'll let you do Sly 4. And that's what happened, and it turned out well, so they did Sly 4.
If only there was like a studio that PlayStation had that was like, really good at porting and remaking
Dude,
games. And they could have just put on an Infamous 1 and 2 remaster or remake. But nothing comes to mind. Unfortunately, that studio, nothing like that exists. So it's really unfortunate for Sony.
Well, I'm still waiting for them to just tell us like, hey, we thought it over. We made a mistake. We brought them back. Everything's fine. Like, I'm waiting for this all to be a bad dream. The fact is it's not. And it's so upsetting.
Well, like, there's still like a question of like, what is Nixies doing now? Because they bought Nixies to port games to PC, which is their expertise. And now they're not doing that anymore. Well, they're still
port, like, the
live service games
stuff.
Yeah.
But they have so many of those in the works now, so they're
really exactly. Busy. But like, I thought it was interesting that Nixies did like a lot of the grunt work on Zero Dawn Remastered, which is like, which tells me that they are kind of starting to groom them to become what Bluepoint was initially. And I could see one of the issues that Sony had with Bluepoint was that they had too big ambitions. They wanted to make original games instead of just doing remasters like they wanted them to. And those remastered turned into ambitious remakes, and then turned from that into original games. That could be a possible path that they went down that Sony didn't like, and they're trying to make Nixies into the new Bluepoint, which is a studio that actually just makes remasters.
I think one thing that, like, again, I'm not an Infamous hater. I do love Infamous 1 and 2, and I don't know.
You sound a lot like an Infamous hater, to be honest.
Just never played Sly Cooper, doesn't like Infamous, won't play the Ghost series. Man,
I never said anything about Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper can suck it, I guess.
I said you never played Sly Cooper. That's what I said.
I mean, I have. I literally have for the channel with you guys. But like, I guess in my head, I'm like, we had the discussion in Discord the other day. I was like, man, I really miss Uncharted. I wish there was a studio working on Uncharted, which would be an exact like antithesis to what I'm just now saying, where it's just like, we'll make something new. But like, I guess my point is like, we have a studio making dope ass open world superhero games. We don't really have a studio making like an Uncharted like, or like that. That's my point that I'm trying to bring is like, there's a hole in the Sony library that needs to be filled with a Uncharted like, and like, I guess I just don't need Infamous in the Sony library right now currently, in my opinion. Again, I would take it. I would be happy with one. It's just like, I would rather them be doing that or something new instead. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's just like your opinion, man.
That's true. Like your opinion,
right? Man. I mean, I really want Uncharted to come back, and I mean, it's speaking of Uncharted, that fucking weird ass thing from the trailer like 5 years ago, where they seem to be teasing a Cassie Drake Uncharted game, which was really weird and hasn't gone anywhere.
Still good.
I hope that leads to anything, because I mean, I would love a new Uncharted game, and I would absolutely love an Uncharted game starring Cassie Drake.
The weird thing is it kind of fits what feels like Sony's new MO, which is like female-led single player games.
Yeah, but that's woke now, Ryan.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, that's woke.
Sony's still doing it. I mean, it is a real topic of discussion to have, though, because like, not the wokeness of it, but the fact that they do seem to be moving in that direction. Like, we've got Aloy, we've got oh man, I'm blanking on the character's name from Ghost of Yote.
Her name's not Yote?
No.
Yo,
There's
taste a
the
fucking
character,
mouth there, Curly.
I was being stupid.
but no, there was a rumor which we didn't talk about on the podcast that they're doing the idea that they're doing a Fae-led God of War game. That's Cory Barlog's new project, secret
Oh
project.
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's reimagining of the God
Mhm.
of War franchise with Fae as the.
I don't
main
know.
character.
I look like I can't see any God of War game without Kratos as the lead.
You can still have Kratos,
But as the
mainly
lead.
play as Fae. I think
Like-
they're gonna try it at some point.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
but like I love a lot of like ideas where it's like, oh, let's shift things around. Like I love the fact that Last of Us Part 2 shifted to Ellie, you know, and I really don't mind it in most situations where I think it becomes more interesting in a lot of those situations. But I think with God of War, Kratos is God of War, like very literally, but also figuratively, you know, like
Yeah.
he is the interesting part of that game, and I like in Ragnarok, like it was interesting to play parts of it as Atreus, but like we all wanted to go back as Kratos, you know, because Kratos is that franchise, and I can't
Until he's not.
can't, yeah, but I think
He
at that
is until
point,
he isn't.
like,
I mean, that's just.
yeah, but like at that point, you're kind of just taking away what makes it interesting, what makes it
I think
unique.
if the Barlog thing is true, I don't think it's going to be a God of War game. Like it's going to be set in the God of War universe, but they're going to drastically make this a different thing entirely.
It's a different play style for sure. I mean, I think it'll
Yeah.
still be called God of War because she is the God of War, right?
Yeah, but I just mean like kind of what Dennis is saying, like Kratos is God of War. This isn't going to be trying to be that. This is going to be
No, I don't think
completely
so.
different. It's going to be its own thing. If this is real at all. That being said, by the way, Uncharted 4 had a 10-year anniversary. We were just talking about.
Happy anniversary.
May 10th.
Happy anniversary.
We miss you.
Remember, what did you say earlier, Dennis? You're like, do you guys want to do a remembering Uncharted 4?
Yeah.
Moment of silence
Yeah.
Oh,
for the dead franchise.
such a fucking game, dude.
It's a good game. Man, I miss Uncharted so much. We were talking about it, but like I'm jonesing for that. I need that in my life. I'm honestly wanting to just replay them, but I just don't have time right now. Playing too many new games.
Yeah, I want to replay them all. I'm kind of planning on it, to be honest. Just go through.
Yeah, I'll wait till the next
games in
generation
one
of the
go.
series before I replay them.
The one thing is like I want to go through all the games, which
Yeah, me
also
too.
means playing Golden Abyss on Vita. And I was
Not doing that.
I was furiously searching yesterday. I was like, what is the best way to play Golden Abyss? And please don't tell me it's not playing it on a Vita. And it is playing it on a Vita. Like there is a Vita emulator, but it's bad. It's not good enough to play that game. That would have been sick though.
Yet I don't think I'm going back to those games anytime soon. I still haven't played Lost Legacy. If I were to jump back into any Uncharted, I'd probably do that.
Lost Legacy is sick.
Anything. Although you can play the first one in like 2 hours if you like know the
If you're
game.
speedrunning it.
I did. I got the trophy for it. It's one of my best achievements ever, dude.
I think that game's got 2 hours worth of cutscenes.
Yeah, you skip the cutscenes to do the speedrun.
I want to go back and re-experience Uncharted. Skips the cutscenes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you get it.
That's like real people do that though. It's like, oh,
It's crazy.
it's like, oh, what did you think? It's like, oh, it was fine. It's like, oh, what do you think about like this from the story? It's like, oh, I skipped the cutscenes.
that was kind of me with Mouse PI at some point. Like, I really liked the performances. Well, like at some point, I was just like, "Come on, all right." I mean, it's not like, yeah,
you suck. You've been pissing me off this whole podcast. All right, that's enough looking back. games are great. PlayStation's catalog is fantastic. But if we wanted to hear about something new, we're about to in like 12 days, 13 days. How many days are in June? 30 days. That's three. Yeah, 30 days.
There's no
So
way to know.
12 days. We are going to hear about all of the new things coming to PlayStation with a 60-minute live performance from Sony to kick off SGF week.
I
We're
think
gonna
the
get into
most interesting thing here is the fact that they're bringing back the live aspect and like bringing it to theater. They've got something juicy here. Like I don't know if that's intergalactic showing up because like we've seen enough of Wolverine to know what that is. So
Curly.
that being like the centerpiece.
Hold on, Curly. Think about it. Just put the nose on, dude. It's happening. This is the moment.
I mean, you think this is
it.
what Final Fantasy or
No.
Kingdom Hearts
Put the
4.
white face paint on, dude.
oh
Put the nose on. It's happening here, dude. They announced the movie with Jacksepticeye. It's
shit?
it's all lining
Blue
up.
Point
The
being dead
dominoes are
ruins
here.
everything for me now. I can't get excited about anything anymore.
Well, that's why Blue Point's dead. They were like, hey, we don't need you to do this. We're gonna get a different studio to do it, even though you're perfect for this. Like you, this is where
Bro,
it happens, man.
if they came out with like a Bloodborne 2 or a remake or something and Blue Point's not involved, I'm just gonna be pissed off.
Well,
Like,
look, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna have like a situation that looks like they're doing either a Bloodborne remake or Bloodborne 2, and then it's gonna turn out that it's actually a new Astrobot game, and in the background there's just a guy sitting with clown makeup.
I wish I could believe. I just can't believe anymore. I don't know. I think it's dead. But like, yeah, I'm very curious what they got because like it seems like they've got some sauce. Like, I think we mentioned this the past couple state of plays, but I think the PlayStation showcase is dead, and state of plays have been really stepping up. Each showcase has been like banger after banger lately. So like them hyping this one up differently in a way is just like, ooh, what's
There's
about
something
to
here. Yeah, for sure.
something about to go down. Like I'm really excited for it. But I just don't know what it could be. Like, I mean, Intergalactic's like the best thing I can think of. Like a
And
big
they have to do it
showcase of it.
Intergalactic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we've seen it, but we haven't seen it, and I think this is
Yeah.
going to be its big day.
We
I
need
think
some
that's what's-
gameplay, dude.
Yeah.
You think that's their snap at the end of the presentation? One more thing moment is.
I think it's
Intergalactic?
either the one more thing or the cold open.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
think-
I feel like they jump off the page with Wolverine. If you're gonna have Wolverine for like with it coming out this year, that's what
Yeah.
happens.
I don't know.
right at the
Wolverine
show.
is uninteresting because we've already seen so much of it.
Right, which is why you put it at the front.
No, which
Get it out
I
of the
mean,
way.
usually with presentations, you put surprises in the front and the back, and you put the known
They
stuff
have
in the middle.
explicitly like stated this is going to be Wolverine heavy. So like I picture it being a more middle piece.
Yeah, I could see like a big Wolverine piece in the middle of the presentation, but like I think there's going to be a surprise in the front and the back.
I mean, I'm still not shying away. It could be the Final Fantasy. Like it legitimately could show up here. Like
I was full go on that was going to be at SGF. That would really suck. Like, it would not really suck. I mean, it'd be awesome. But like Square apparently ending their exclusivity on these games, showing up at a PlayStation conference feels.
I mean, they could
interesting.
still have like a marketing
That
Yeah.
means, but
thing. With
also
Sony.
I kind of don't want them to have Final Fantasy because like if that, I say that if Final Fantasy VII is at
Ryan hates Final Fantasy. It's crazy.
Hold on, no.
He
I
said
just
it.
hold on. Here's the thing.
He
Wait,
doesn't
it's
want the
Kingdom
game.
Hearts as well.
If it's at PlayStation, that means we're going to see it at PlayStation. We're going to see it again at SGF, and then we're going to see it a third time at the Xbox presentation on Sunday. We're going to see because
No, I don't think so.
No, that's exactly how they're going to do it. We're going to see the trailer 3 times in 1 week. The same trailer with a slight difference.
I don't think so. I mean, I could easily see them doing a marketing beat like Dennis said with PlayStation and it'd still be multi-plat. Like that's not uncommon.
Like, because I what makes me think they're doing that is that Square went into like a deal with Sony where it's like, oh, we're gonna release these games exclusively on PlayStation as timed exclusives on PlayStation. And I assume that they did something to get out of that deal for 3 because Square thinks their games are like Fortnite or something. So I think how they got out of it is like, oh, but we'll do the marketing with you, but it will be on all the platforms.
If I had to draw it out, I think they open with Intergalactic, we get Wolverine in the middle, and we close with Final Fantasy VII Part 3.
I can.
That's a heck of a state of play, dude.
Dude, I mean that's what we're potentially looking at, right? Like, I mean,
they're
I have a hard time picturing
long presentation in the E3 time frame. Like, this is gonna be big. Like, I don't see a situation where this isn't big. But I see a situation, like, I see in front of me, like, they're gonna start the presentation with a cold open for Intergalactic, and it's gonna be a situation where you don't really know it's Intergalactic until like a minute in. And they're probably gonna let you know it's Intergalactic through like that weird ass music sword.
Dude, that sword is so cool.
And like, I think they're gonna start it off in a way where it looks like, because it very much seems like this game is very Souls inspired. So I think they're gonna make it look like it is some kind of unannounced Souls-like game to begin with. And then it turns out to be Intergalactic, and everyone's gonna like flip their shits off and be like, "Holy shit, this is a Naughty Dog game."
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Flip their shits off. Holy shit. Put it on the box art.
What else fills out the 60 minutes?
Flip their shits off. It's like on the box, it's like, incredible game. Wow, 10 out of 10, all this stuff. It's just one of like, everyone flip their shits off.
God damn it. I'm too tired for this shit. All right. Fucking Diego with the mass constipation goes wild. Oh my god. What else could fill it out? Dude, the sky's the limit, right? It, like, again, like, it's not gonna be this crazy packed, but I would love to see what the fuck Media Molecule's up to. Like, we haven't heard from them in a long time.
It's been a long time. What, the Sackboy's Big Adventure, right? Or is that no? That's
I don't think they did that game.
Yeah, that's a Sobe. Well, I mean,
it's
them too.
Dreams.
Yeah, I mean, Sackboy's Big Adventure was Sumo Digital.
Yeah.
Was it Sumo? What did a Sobe do? Oh, Sobe's Astrobot.
Astrobot,
yeah.
So, like,
I
mean, I would love to see what they've got cooking.
When did Astrobot come out? 2023.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're definitely bound for another Astrobot game.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. Like, they did that in 2023, which means it took less than 3 years for them to make it, and now we are 3 years away.
Was Astrobot 2024?
Astrobot to me feels so much like a Nintendo style thing that I feel like we get one a generation. Like, we had one on the PS4.
No, Sony
VR.
doesn't have that level of
but this is the most Nintendo game they have. Like, and the fact that Astrobot is so hardware intensive, they're gonna want Astrobot on PS6 next. Like,
2024 Astrobot.
Yeah,
but it was in the beginning of the year, right?
No, I feel like part of the charm of Astrobot is hardware, like literally being a VR title, literally being centered around VR, literally being centered around the PS5 and PlayStation history. Like, I don't see another one until PS6.
See, here's the thing. I think, and this would just be what I would want from the franchise. Like, you don't do another 3D Astrobot, but like Astrobot is now PlayStation's Mario, for lack of a better way of putting it. And you have a 2D series and a 3D series with Mario. Sony should do the exact same thing with Astrobot and give us a 2D series with Astrobot, and maybe that way you can break up the time span between the releases, because he is your most marketable IP. I feel like for kids, for adults, for the history of PlayStation, you got to get him out at a faster clip than just once a console generation. And credit they have, because he was a pack-in title for the PS5, right? Or like
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna happen, because the way Sony looks at games is like, why would anyone want to play this 2DS shit? They want the 3D games. They want the games where they can look around and say, wow, look at the graphics. Because that's how Sony looks at their games. I mean, I guess that was like more during like the Jim Ryan era, where it's like you looked at like Gran Turismo on PS1. It's like, why would anyone want to play this?
We just got a greenlit Sons of Sparta. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, Sons of Sparta also tells me that they don't know what they're looking at. Which, like, they look at that as like, those 2D guys are gonna like this, right? I mean, it looks like a 2D game, you know. It's like,
also, the pack-in title for Astrobot has like 2D elements. I feel like they could definitely do. That would be what I'd want to see from it. I don't know if they will. It's all.
I don't even remember that.
I would probably vouch that we see a Little Big Planet game before we saw another Astrobot.
I think Little Big Planet is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not coming from. Maybe a Sackboy's Big Adventure 2 or something.
That's
like
what
that,
I meant.
something.
Sorry.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, I think the fact that Sackboy's Big Adventure didn't make people flip their shits. I think that was the death of the franchise.
Yeah, I just mean I would see that in a 2D platformer before I would see Astrobot. I think, just because, again, Astrobot, like the big part of it is like PlayStation's history, and PlayStation doesn't have 2D games, and it wouldn't make any sense. Like, what are we referencing? What are we doing in Astrobot 2D game? Like, to bring it, like, because the coolest thing about Astrobot is the fact that, like, oh, now we're playing Uncharted in a cute Astrobot form. Now we're playing Bloodborne. You can't do that in 2D because PlayStation doesn't do that. Like, they don't do those games.
You can still you don't have to keep it tied to Sony history for him. You could do other things.
Yeah, I do think Astrobot needs to grow beyond that. And also, like, because I mean, Astrobot was initially not that. Like, Astrobot Rescue Mission is not that.
You literally fly in the controller, and like the whole thing
but
is
the controller is
hardware.
there. The controller is there, but like it's not themed around PlayStation, as far as I understand.
It's themed around the VR. Like, you're literally a character in the world.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You're not looking around. It's like, wow, look, that's Ellie. Wow, look, that's fucking the guy from PS2. You know, like,
no, I don't mean just characters. I just mean, like, it's always kind of meta, though. Like, that's my point. Is like, how do you spin that in a 2D fashion? I just don't see it. Like, I don't see the vision.
You create some better, like, original characters for him to interact. That's because that's what the series needs anyway, is some actual, like, well-designed bosses and villains, and use the 2D versions of the games to spin that out to where you're not so heavily focused on Sony's being an ad for Sony hardware and its franchises, and like give him like his own, because I think those games, Rescue Mission, the pack-in title, and just Astrobot, have done an amazing job of just setting him up to be his own thing. Like, yeah, that got people drawn in, and now people love the character. Now you can just make any game you want with it, and people are going to come play it because the gameplay's there.
Then they're gonna be like, "Where's fucking Slooblish from that PS2 RPG that I really love?"
I mean, there's still franchises they haven't touched. That they gotta. I want to see more of those, like, themed levels from Astrobot. I don't think that's
what I think is gonna happen. Like, we're gonna get Astrobot on the PS6 touting the new hardware, and we're gonna get more referential levels. Like, we're gonna get like Astrobot and Ghosts of Yotei and Infamous or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get Astrobot Spider-Man, or that I think that's the next Astrobot.
I think that's the next 3D Astrobot for sure. I think, but you can definitely spin this little guy off and do other things with him. Give me Astrobot Kart. Give me Astrobot Party. Give me Astrobot Sluggers. You know, a sports tie-in with a little Astrobot dudes. Like, just
I
make
sure.
him Mario.
Yeah.
Just literally make him Mario. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, I do think like that is just I do think it's really interesting where it's like everyone looks confounded at Nintendo. It's like, how do they keep making so much money? What? What? And then it's like nobody does what they do.
Yeah.
They have
Could you
Mario,
imagine?
and then they just make a Mario tennis game that is actually really good. And it sells like hotcakes. Like, why do you think it sells like hotcakes? Because it's a Mario tennis game that's actually good. What if you just did the same thing?
Except for the story mode. Can you imagine an like a Mario Party esque Astrobot game, but you just get to play as the little bots dressed up in all the PlayStation costumes, and then the mini games are based
Yeah.
around PlayStation games?
Dude, I mean, I would love it. It'd be fun as fuck. Like mini games with nostalgia bait. I'm in.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Sony, free idea. Take it. You don't have to give me any. Well, you can give me a little bit of money, but you don't. You don't have to. Just do it.
Please pay me so I'm biased towards you.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, but just back to my point. I don't think Astrobot shows up here. I think it's Meteor Molecule.
I don't
if
think
we
they're
get
here.
any-
I think it's too soon. 2 years is too soon.
Well, no, Meteor Molecule. I was saying.
No. That's what you were saying. You don't think Astrobot's here. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I also don't think Media Molecule is here. Like it's been not a long time since that studio was like rebooted, basically, where like everyone left. It was like a year or two ago.
What do you think we see from them, Curly? You
I
think
have no idea.
Little Big Planet
No
4.
idea.
You think it's a they?
I could see them. I could see them return to Little Big Planet. I could honestly see it. I could.
I
envision
really
Sackboy's out.
I really hope they
Future
do
is
go
now,
back
old man.
to. I really hope they do go back to Little Big Planet. Because they had to shut Little Big Planet 3 down due to security issues that they, I assumed, it didn't have the budget to fix. So if they could just release a new Little Big Planet that allows those all of those like that basically like over a decade of user generated content, like allow that to live again, that would be awesome.
I think Little Big Planet come into play flies in the face of your infamous argument, because Astrobot occupies the space that Sackboy does.
Astrobot's nothing like Little Big Planet. Like
Astrobot's nothing like.
Besides it being a cute tiny character.
Hold up. Astrobot is nothing like the 3D platforming of Sackboy's Big Adventure.
Well, Sackboy's Big
I didn't say
Adventure is
Sackboy's
not-
Big Adventure.
But
I
I'm
said
saying
Little
they're
Big
not
Planet.
going back to Little Big Planet. I mean, if anything, they
Why
do a
not?
follow-up to
What do you mean?
Sackboy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a
You're
different
touting
thing
a
to
2D
say.
Astrobot game. Like,
I
this
think
is
it's
a 2D Little Big Planet game.
I think it's a different thing to say them going back to Sackboy and them going back to Little Big Planet. Going back to Sackboy means investing in Sackboy as a mascot, stands on its own. Going back to Little Big Planet means going back to what Little Big Planet stands for and is.
The creativity.
Yeah, and like going back to it, and especially like if they don't go 3D with it and keep the 2D style, that still creates like a fairly clean separation between Little Big Planet and Astrobot.
Interesting.
Which
think it's time.
again, I don't think they need to do, because Nintendo makes like 1 billion 3D platformers and 1 billion 2D platformers. Like you don't have to, but like I don't know, I think Sony are way too obsessed with their own IP of like wanting to create these kind of clean separations and all of that, and like, oh, we only invest in IP that have potential or whatever. It's like we can never take any risks or have any overlap. Like if Nintendo thought the same way, then every Kirby game would be a Mario game.
True. Yeah.
Every
I'm just
Yoshi
shocked
game would be a Mario game. Every Donkey Kong game would be a Mario game.
I'm shocked that Media Molecule hasn't been closed, and the fact that it has been closed,
they got to have something.
Yeah, like I'm like they've got to have some kind of project like out there, like otherwise I think they would have got cut like the other ones. But I mean, I could be wrong, but like I don't know. I'm terrified for the next project going poorly because I love Media Molecule so much. But
Was Sackboy in Astrobot?
I don't remember.
Actually, I don't remember seeing him in it. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
remember that either.
I'm sure there was some kind of reference, but maybe not. Maybe he was in the pack-in. I think he was in the pack-in, but I don't think he was in Astrobot Core.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What other long dormant Sony studios do we see at this event? Bend? We getting anything from Bend here?
Maybe. I don't know.
Their last game was what? I
Days
can't
Gone
remember
remade
the name.
or remastered.
Days Gone remastered.
That, I mean, man.
So my theory with Bend is that they are making Days Gone 2. They've been
after all that.
After all this, they've been like
yeah,
but
how fucked up that is for him to leave and then be like, you know what, maybe we will.
Well, and I think there was potentially an opportunity where they could have brought him back, but since he like publicly shat on Astrobot, I don't think he's coming back. But yeah, I think they're doing Days Gone 2. Like I think they've been fucking around long enough, and they were like, actually, people really like Days Gone. Let's just make Days Gone 2. Let's just actually do it this time.
I mean, that would
sequel,
fit
or
the
is this reimagining, you think?
Oh, sequel. It's probably not going to be the sequel that John Garvin envisioned, but it's going to be a sequel to the game. And I mean, they have
with
to
their line of TVs and movies because Days Gone's getting one for whatever reason.
Yeah,
where
it would make sense
Sam
to keep the franchise going.
Playing the main character, which is so dumb. Anyway, but like they have to continue like the cliffhanger at the end of the game, which like proposes a really interesting sequel. But yeah, like it is.
Cliffhangers don't mean nothing anymore, not to Sony.
Yeah. But like I do think it's interesting where it's like, and maybe I'm just happening to be in this in the bubble, but like I feel like Days Gone has like grown in such a way that like Sony exclusives rarely do. Like, and especially the PC
it is a cult
release.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, the PC release especially has like silently grown the interest in Days Gone. Where it's like I hear from like random people here and there. It's like, oh, I played Days Gone. It's like, okay. I mean, yeah, I thought that was awesome, but it came out like fucking 8 years ago at this point.
What else? Are there any other studios that we haven't seen in a while? Do we see? I mean, we're gonna see Horizon Hunter Gatherers or whatever, or Hunters Gathering.
Yeah. We'll get a dive in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not actively making it. The fact that they're not actively like in production on Horizon 3 is so disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, we got Housemarque. With Saros. Naughty Dog's gonna be there, and then Insomniac's gonna be there. I speculate that it'll be that the big beats will be those big three, and then sprinkle in some third-party stuff like Square Enix being one of those big tentpoles. I think is going to show up, and then I don't know what else.
Sucker Punch there'll be some Ghost of Yote Legends content.
Oh yeah, I mean there'll be some surprises, some stuff that we don't think about. I'm sure. It's an hour-long presentation, so I mean,
Sucker Punch is gonna announce that they have some like kitsune masks or whatever that look like Sly. And it's like, and then they're gonna yell at their fans, being like, "Look, we're doing things with Sly. Now shut the fuck up." While holding Sly with a gunpoint.
Hell yeah.
Get my boy out of Egypt.
Yeah, I mean, he's still hanging around in Egypt.
He's just stuck in Egypt, man. It's so sad.
What other? Oh, what are all their studios again? I keep forgetting all the ones that shut down, which is sad.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll
this
see?
Would be the perfect spot to see something from Bluepoint.
Do you think we'll see? What the fuck's the name of that game? Fair Games.
That's not out yet.
No.
Sounds like we'll see it.
Oh, we're gonna see Sony Santa Monica here.
Oh,
this is where we see Cory Barlog's secret project.
Huh. Maybe. Yeah. If not Final Fantasy, then maybe that. Yeah. That could be it.
We're not gonna see anything on the God of War trilogy, obviously, but I think
getting teased Barlog's new game, that's a good call. That could happen. And that would warrant like a live event and stuff. I can sniff up that tree.
Fire Sprite.
I don't know what they would do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, polyphonic. Anything from Gran Turismo devs? Probably not, but
I mean, our number one
PlayStation
exclusive franchise.
Gran Turismo. Like, can't get enough of it.
Was there not a Gran Turismo that released recently? I have no
7
following.
Released at the beginning of the generation.
Do they normally do multiple per gen?
No.
Yeah. No.
Haven Studios, is that still a thing?
No,
that's fair.
That's the ones doing. That's the ones doing Fair Games.
Yeah.
And then we got Marathon.
Extraction shooter
just came out. Maybe we see content for Marathon.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
I'm looking at all their studios right now. Yeah. Man, their lineup of studios is getting increasingly more uninteresting. Bend is Bend the oldest studio they own? No.
Do we get older? Okay. No, the GTA is going to do its own thing, and they're not going to show it.
No shot.
Yeah. Other than that, it's probably going to be third-party stuff.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Do we get the Resident Evil Code Veronica remake?
Ooh, I don't think we get any RE announcements other than no, it's too soon for RE9 DLC. I don't think we get any Resident Evil announcements right now.
I'm gonna guess Code Veronica.
That's just because it's on your Fantasy Critic.
We also know it is in development.
Yeah,
probably coming.
I just don't think it's. I feel like it's still too soon to. Wait, is it actually slated for next year? That makes sense, I guess.
I think it's coming out next year. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Resident Evil has been like mostly annual. I
still stand by. I think they're going to remake the first one before Veronica.
Well, I mean, we know that Code Veronica is in development by the RE2/RE4 team, and we know that Zero is in development by the RE3 and the Separate Ways team.
Yeah.
By very reputable reports. So, yeah, I think we're gonna see Code Veronica be announced.
Very possible. I guess we'll see. The question that's on everybody's mind, the most anticipated game the only one left from the Future of Games showcase back in 2020. Are we going to see Little Devil Inside?
No.
Nuh-uh.
No,
No. I don't
That
know if that
game's
game
never
ever comes
happening.
out. Yeah.
that game has to come out, man. It hasn't been canceled. It, it has to come. That game looks too good. I need that game.
I don't know. I don't
That's
think
like
it's ever
the
coming out.
that's like the indie equivalent of Beyond Good and Evil. Like
That's
hasn't
so
been
sad.
canceled, but we're never gonna see it, bro.
They recommitted to it like a year ago, or a year and a
I
half.
think that was like 3 years ago. What do you mean?
No way.
That was a while back, I think. Unless I'm thinking of a different game.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, any closing thoughts on the state of play?
I'm stoked. I'm excited. I know the last ones, like I said, have been bangers. So like even if what we're not predicting here, I'm still expecting greatness. So excited.
What are our hype levels for SGF overall?
I mean,
Manageable.
like this is the one. This is the one that I would be looking forward to out of SGF is the what's PlayStation got because Nintendo usually does their own thing. Keeley show is usually like really good, but not quite to the level of like the Game Awards. So
SGF was a banger last year, wasn't it?
I think it was, but I still think it didn't quite reach the heights of
I just think
Game
the
Awards.
vibes are here, man. Like they're obviously the Game Awards are on a different tier, but like the vibes of the Summer Games Fest just feel so good. It's the perfect time of the year to get me jonesed about what's coming in the back half of the year. This is probably the highest I've been on an SGF, and I'm usually pretty high on them.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my my releases like tracking here, and some games that I think we'll definitely seeing Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls again.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You might see Judas, which is supposed to come out this year.
Ooh. Okay.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool if we see Marvel 1943, but
I forgot that was the thing.
I kind of doubt it a little bit because I think there's still a lot of bad blood between Amy Hennig and PlayStation. So maybe Amy Hennig doesn't want to be on a PlayStation presentation. I don't know. We might see Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Oh yeah,
which is
we'll definitely see that.
That's a good call.
This year.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Revival.
Oh, I forgot that was confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That'd be
That's
cool.
a good call as well. Oh, wait, what about Kingdom Hearts 4? Is it at any of these events?
No. No, it's not.
No. I mean it could be, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think so. Again, I stand firm that we're gonna see Final Fantasy 7-3 before we see Kingdom Hearts, and that's gonna be a big blowout. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of most excited for whatever Xbox does. Like, I don't even know if they're doing SGF at all or whatever. But
yeah, it's Sunday.
Okay, so their shows are typically pretty awesome for like the E3 / SGF. Fable's like really high up on there on like games I'm anticipating this year, and I hope we get a date. Do we have a date for Fable? I don't think so, right?
No.
I hope we get a date for Fable and it didn't get bumped out of the year. And
it says October 2026.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Fable only from the standpoint that they're doing this big they're doing their big presentation and they're doing a separate presentation for Gears of War E-Day. Like the talk of their Summer Games Fest announcements is Gears of War and not the return of Fable is a little troubling to me.
Well, I mean, they've shown a good bit of Fable already, so like that doesn't really surprise me. And Gears of War, like, I mean, people eat that shit up. Like, I'm not a Gears of War guy, but like, that's a big deal too. So I get it. but I'm mostly excited to see their presentation. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stoked. Like again, I'm super excited for SGF this year, but like not really more than any other year, just because like like I'm already like swimming in riches of games, and like honestly they could slow down on the announcements. Like, I'm like I want to play old games and catch up on backlog, and I need time to play what's coming out literally this month, and it's just like oof, man, it's a good time to be in this hobby for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean pie in the sky, and I think it would probably be at Xbox, but I would love to see Sea of Sorrow. I don't think we will, but
See what?
Silk Song DLC.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You think that's still happening this year?
I still think it's happening this year. I don't think it'll be at a showcase necessarily. I think they'll probably do their own drop like they did with Silk Song. But I mean, to be fair, they also showed up on Xbox ROG or whatever before they announced that drop. Like it was literally like a, hey, here's a snippet. Oh, by the way, Team Cherry's got a live link and it's got a countdown. Like get ready. So maybe we'll see something like that, and maybe I'll come.
All right, and with
I
that,
could see the last one I wanted to mention is we could see Max Payne 1 and 2 remake.
Oh, that would be sick, actually. Yeah. See
Control
Remedy?
Resident.
Yeah, that'll be there.
Maybe they do a double feature on that one where it's like
yeah,
I was gonna say Max Payne. Sam Lake shows up and he's like talking about Control Resident, and then like we have one more thing to show, and then he turns into Max Payne.
That would be sick. Dude.
That sounds more like an SGF thing than a PlayStation thing.
You're right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is. I could 100% see exactly that go down too. Remedy's the studio now. Yeah, Remedy's the studio now where they release a game, I'm playing it. Like, I've never played Max Payne, but like, yo, that studio's earned every little bit of trust they could earn from me. They're like one of my favorites.
Do you think they'll add a music thing to the Max Payne remakes?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I legitimately think so. Probably, they've done it with Control, Alan Wake 2. So, fuck it, we ball.
We're doing an SGF predictions episode, right? We don't want to talk about any of that here, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll speculate further. Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's wrap up. We have our we're winding down on our video game 20 questions series. Currently, the score stands as Curly with 3 points, Dennis with 3 points, Ryan catching up. I'm hot on the tails with 2 points. Got my second point 2 weeks ago. It is Curly's turn.
Did we figure out whose turn it was?
It is Curly's turn. And then it will be Dennis's turn. And then that will be it, I believe. Oh no, I'll have one more go, and then that'll.
Well, if you have one, I didn't do last week.
I went last week.
So why would you have one more go?
Because y'all have had one more than I have.
No.
Yes. Okay. So let me. Wait. Do y'all get points if you guess it right?
I don't remember.
I don't think we get. So that's what I'm saying. I don't remember if we get. We don't get points if we guess the game right. Y'all have 3 points each, right? And I have 2, but I missed 1. So that.
Well, like we haven't missed anything.
What? What do you
mean? You only get points.
We missed all of them.
Yeah, but don't we only have? You only get points if you win. The one that you were doing.
I don't remember anymore, y'all. I think
the
we
only
changed
one
it at some point.
The only one that we've won, or that you guys have won, was Final Fantasy Dirge of Cerberus.
That doesn't sound correct. I feel like we need to just rewind the tapes and actually look. That doesn't seem correct.
No, that's correct. We are 1-7.
Yeah, I know you're saying that, but I don't believe you.
I don't care if you believe me. I'm the host.
I'm saying we
The
need
rate
to
of tyranny
rewind
is
the
already.
tapes and
We're already in the
see.
rate of tyranny, Curly. You don't get a say in this. You
So
have a go.
I'm
Dennis has a
looking
go,
I'm
then I have a
looking
go.
at
Yeah,
the
I
episodes
know,
right
but
now.
just so the record shows, I don't believe you. And if you're wrong, you're gonna look real stupid.
Episode
If you're
6. Episode 6
no one
was
cares.
Curly. Episode 7 was me.
Episode 8 was Enrico.
Episode 8 was Enrico, yeah. Episode 9 was you.
Yes.
Which means it is Curly. And then it's me.
And then it's me. I've only suggested 3 games: Dirge of Cerberus, Scholar and Plux, and then X-Men Legends. Y'all guessed one of them correct and missed on the other 2.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's Curly's turn.
Right. We all have one more go.
All right.
Let the questioning be. Oh, Curly, are you ready?
Yeah. Y'all got chat away.
Well, okay, so we all have one more go after this.
Yes.
Because I was the one who did the first one. Which means that it ends before me. So either it ends today or we do another round. Because again, I did episode 1. I know that.
Right now, Curly would be starting the new round.
No,
Somewhere
I
you
did
and Curly
episode
flipped
1.
weeks.
I would start.
Somewhere you and Curly flipped weeks then.
It was probably on an episode I wasn't on.
Well, I'm pretty sure we've been pretty consistent. The only one that you were supposed to do, the one where Enrico was on.
Guys, this is not difficult. Hold on. This is not. There are 9 games accounted for here. Curly has 3 points. Dennis has 3 points. Ryan has 2 points. That is 9 weeks worth. We are going into week 10. You're the only one
who's. So, like, you're the only one who has gotten a game that we guessed.
Right.
Every other episode has been a fail.
Right. Exactly.
Which means that is why you have less points.
Right. We've all had 3 turns. So Curly starting now would be turn 4 for everybody.
Have I gone 3 times? What were my 3 games?
You did Luminous. You did. What did you do last time?
On tonight's 20 questions, can they remember whose turn it is in 20 questions?
Wasn't one of them Alan Wake, or was that before we started counting?
No, Alan Wake was one of the ones we counted.
Okay.
And Wave Race.
That wasn't mine.
Oh, Dennis did Wave Race. We can figure this out after.
That's what I'm saying. We could literally just go back to the end of 9 episodes and figure it out.
Yeah, episode 1 was me checking the shorts.
We were doing really good on time. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could have checked this beforehand.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Ryan was episode 2. So the order, at least at some point, was me, Ryan, Curly.
Mm-hmm.
And if that changed at some point,
Curly missed like 3 podcasts in a row at some point, so we had
That's
to change.
What I'm saying is, I don't know that I actually went 3 times. Like, I don't. Maybe I did, but I don't know that I did.
The other way this makes sense is if we were awarding points for
That's what I'm saying. I think we
guessing
changed
correctly.
it at some point.
In which case, everybody's gone. I've gone 3 times, and you guys have gone twice. That doesn't feel right either. I
We
hate
really
this.
need
I
to
hate
keep
this
track
so
of
much.
this.
We could just write it down. It's not that
I
hard.
have it
Yeah.
written down. I have the scores written down.
Do you
Yeah, but
have
why don't we have
game
the
one,
progression
game two?
written
Like, what
down?
do you mean?
No.
Game 1, Dennis. This was his game. Game 2,
Yeah.
Curly. This, like, that's what we need to just write down.
We have clips of this stuff, man. We didn't need to do that.
We don't have time to watch every clip. Like, we could just literally have a doc that says it.
All right, look, what we're gonna do right now is you two are gonna talk about something you've played, and I'm gonna figure this out.
All right. Ryan, what you been playing?
Oh man, I've been playing. Well, we'll be talking about Saros next week, but I hopped into a little bit of Forza this morning.
How was that?
It's good. It's real cool. Very early on, I just did like the tutorial stuff.
Does the game have a
early stuff.
storyline, or like what's up with it?
It's a no.
Like, is it just driving and challenges? Like, what's the gameplay loop?
You're meeting some friends over in Japan, and there's a Horizon Festival going on, and your mission is to be the best, like nobody ever was, and catch all.
So
the
it is a
cars.
story.
There's a loose narrative framed around winning races. Yeah, it's mostly just like, hey, you win a race, and then you get some light dialogue, like, hey, good job, man. If you want to earn some cash, you can go deliver for these guys over here. You can go do these cool stunts, or you can go on to the next race.
How far are you in it?
Just the tutorial section. I just want to drive and listen to music, dude. I'm not too much interested in the story. I just want to look at Japan and.
That's what I was kind of getting at. Is like, does the game let you do that, or are you gated by?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can just drive.
Cool. Because like I don't really want to do the story, but I kind of wanted to pop in with an Ace and see if he had fun just driving around and hanging out.
That's what I'm not good at racing games that are not Mario Kart, and I'm not good at Mario Kart. So like,
that's true.
Yeah. But it's cool. I mean, it's gorgeous. Obviously, I played a little bit of Replaced the other morning as well while I was waiting for Forza to install. That's pretty cool. Not too far into that either. What about you? You played anything other than Saros?
I've been playing a little bit of Star Fox. Been jumping in, getting medals on some levels. Game's hard. Nice. Hard to get the medals, especially on like levels that you wouldn't think. Like the first level, Corneria, there's like hidden paths you got to take like between buildings to get enemies to appear. That way you can get your score high enough. Obviously in anticipation for next month, but been playing that. Still playing Pokemon Red very slowly.
Nice. Where we at?
Vermilion, I think.
That's where you were the last time we talked.
I'm just grinding, I guess. That was I popped into that.
Did you go to SSN?
Yeah, I did the SSN already. What's the gym there? Is it the electric one?
Yeah, Surge.
So I popped in there and was kind of getting clapped a little bit. I noticed that I didn't have any of my rock types leveled up, so gonna grind with them a little bit.
Dude, just pop over to the cave, Diglett Cave right there, and just catch.
Yeah, I've got a Diglett and a Dugtrio. Like Dugtrio's like level 32, so
that literally clown out everything in that gym. All you have to do is make sure it knows dig, and it's over.
Yeah, I think it already does. So
yeah,
I've been still organically trying to evolve and level everything up, which is why the game's going so slow. But I'm still having fun with it. But
it's fair. I want to do like some.
Takes a long time to level up in that game.
I want to do like some unique approaches to the game. Like I like just going in and making my favorite team and then getting to the Elite Four. But I kind of want to do like a beat the game with only fire types, or beat the game with only water types, or something like that. Something stupid like that to make it like
the game. The game doesn't really offer that many types like that. Like I was literally I'm this far in the game and like I don't have any like water types except for like Magikarp. And like that's not for a
You
lack
need a
of
good
trying.
run.
Yeah, I know, but like you don't get that till after Vermilion. Like that's what I mean. Like I'm 4 gyms in and I have Magikarp like as a water type. It's like you
Yeah,
can't
well, that's
really
what I'm
just
saying. Like,
decide
if you
that
started from the beginning, like, hey, I'm only going to play with water type, you grab Squirtle, you get Magikarp. I mean, that gets you through the first 2 gyms pretty easy. You're kind of screwed on Surge, but
yeah.
a well leveled Gyarados could make that work.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
I don't have all the games, but I have the order of operations here. So episode 1 was me, 2 was Ryan, 3 was Curly, 4 was me, 5 was Ryan, 6 was Curly, 7 was me, 8 was Enrico, 9 was Ryan. So this one is Curly.
So I haven't gone 3 times.
Exactly. This is your 3rd time.
Okay.
So Dennis, how many times have you gone?
3, and you've gone 3 times as well.
Right.
Cool. So this either rounds the game up, like Dennis said, or we
exactly. So I was completely correct, and
that's where the scoring is wrong. Then, so Dennis, you have 4 points.
Why do I have 4 points? I've only done 3.
Because we did add a point for guessing it correctly.
For guessing correctly, right?
And you got Curly on a week that I wasn't here.
So I don't get the point. Wait, I'm confused.
So no. Curly, you have 3 points because you guessed once correctly, and then we missed twice. But you haven't gone for your 3rd turn.
I feel like we need to adjust the scoring because, like, for example, if I'm not here, I technically have a disadvantage of points earned.
No. If it's guessed right, the points just go to whoever's not here.
Too. Oh. Well, that should have that point from when Dennis guessed right.
No. Dennis didn't guess right. You missed guessing Dennis. So Dennis got a point.
This is so confusing.
Yeah. On the episode I wasn't here, Dennis had a game. You didn't guess it. So Dennis got a point. That's his 4th point. This is your attempt at your 4th point.
Okay. Shouldn't Curly have 4 points? Oh, yeah, right. No, I got it. Yeah.
That's what tripped me up. All right. Curly, do you have your game?
Yeah. Got it.
Let the questioning begin. Did this come out before January 1st, 2000?
Before 2000?
January 1st, 2000.
You said before, though, right?
Yes.
No.
Let's narrow down the year as close as we can.
Did this release after? I wonder if we should if we should be lining up the years a little bit more with the console generations. 2000 is still pretty good. It was kind of like the start of the PS2 era. But I wonder if we should be asking like if this was released after January 1st, 2013. To go before or after PS4 era.
I'm fine with it.
All right. Was this released after January 1st, 2013?
Yes.
Okay. So last 12 years or 13 years? Do we want to narrow down any further? 2020?
I would say I would say we're pretty good on that front right now. It's like I would say we're in the modern era of video games. which I feel started with the PS4.
Okay. We want to narrow down console exclusivity.
Possibly. Do you want to ask if this is a console exclusive?
At release, I guess. Because nothing's really a console exclusive anymore except for Sony and Nintendo. On when it was released, was this a console exclusive?
Let's see.
The fact that he doesn't know is interesting.
No, not consoles, not console exclusive. It's kind of. Let me double check something real quick. Sorry.
Should have been here on Enrico's episode. He double checked every single question. Which is kind of good strategy, but because it meant we couldn't read anything from how he replied.
Okay. At time of release, it was.
It was a console exclusive.
Sorry, my apologies.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's probably a game that's. So it's been a game. It's a game that's been ported since.
Yeah.
Likely.
But what was it exclusive to? Nintendo games, console exclusive Nintendo games don't typically get ported.
Yeah. Clarifying question on that. We're talking about like outside of the family, right? Really?
Correct.
Yeah. So not like a Nintendo, not like a GameCube.
We never work outside family.
Yeah, but like you don't count like a GameCube game being ported to Switch or something like that.
I was more on the line of thinking of yes, that it's. I think I understand what you're asking. And
yeah,
I think I answered correctly.
Like this is like a Nintendo game being ported to PlayStation or something like that, not a Nintendo being ported to Nintendo.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that could still be a thing, but like the other happened as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right.
This is more than likely PlayStation or Xbox going to PC.
Exactly. Like if this was though there are still like it could still be a third party Nintendo exclusive that has since been ported, like something like Resident Evil 4.
Let's find out what console it was exclusive to.
But I think most safe might be to ask if it's Xbox first. Because those Xbox are the ones that they have the most amount of ported games.
Okay. Was this exclusive to Xbox?
Yes.
Want to ask if it's first party?
I would ask first or second, considering how fluid everything is on that part of the spectrum.
Okay. It's your go.
Was this a first or a second party Xbox game?
No.
Okay, so this is a third party Xbox exclusive, which the one that comes straight to mind is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Which was a famous timed exclusive.
Yeah.
What are some other ones? Because like after, like even then, like after Rise of the Tomb Raider, they didn't really do this again. because they got so much backlash with that one.
When did Rise of the Tomb Raider come out?
2015.
Okay. You want to try to narrow down the year again?
I think we would narrow down the type of game at this point. Like if this is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
We're still playing with 13 years though. Like,
okay, do we want to ask like after 2020 to get out of the PS4 era?
Yeah. Is this was this game released before January 1st, 2020?
Before 2020, you said?
Yeah, initially.
It was not.
Not. So it was released
so
after.
It's not Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, not Rise of the Tomb Raider.
So this is a very recent
current gen game.
So Series X and S, third-party console.
Console exclusive could also, and especially in this situation, it means that this game was probably also released on PC at the same time.
Yeah, no, it guarantees that.
So it's the console exclusive in the Xbox terminology. Hi-Fi
Rush.
Yeah, but it's not a first or second party game. That's a first or second party game.
Is Hi-Fi Rush a
They owned Tango Gameworks. Or owned Tango Gameworks at the time.
And they don't anymore.
I'm assuming you counted if it was a first or second party game at the time, right, Curly?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding. No, I would have said that was first party, second party. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cuphead, or when did Cuphead came out?
Well, okay, no, right, no. So this could include, considering they've ported a lot of their games to PlayStation now. This could actually be a lot more games than before, but again, it's not a first or second party game. So it's not Xbox. So it could be a game where Microsoft has had like a marketing situation where, and then they kind of ported to PlayStation or something like that. Maybe.
By High on Life.
Isn't that also on PlayStation?
It wasn't when it first came out.
Yeah, that's right. You want to ask if it's a first person game?
Sure. I mean, well, here's the thing. I don't know how much that helps us. A lot of Xbox games are first person.
Yeah.
Like, they're predominantly first person.
Do you want to ask if there are characters voiced by Justin Roiland? No, that's way too specific. Then it turns out to be like the fucking Rick and Morty game or something like that.
We want to start narrowing down genre. We're only at question 7.
Yeah,
I feel like we're on a pretty good pace here.
I'm trying to just think about more candidates here.
I think within the last 6 years is what we're looking at. We can kind of rule out it being a platformer or like a fantasy game.
Like, I'm trying to think, like,
what about Outer Worlds? Or Outer Wilds?
Oh, both of those are multi-platform games.
Were they?
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what in this era, which third-party game wants to be an Xbox exclusive? Like, like, I can only think about first or second party exclusives. most games in this era are multi-platform.
So it's not published by Xbox. It's just uh,
Yeah,
released on Xbox exclusively.
yeah. Which can't think of any of these.
Let's start narrowing down genre. I say,
Mm.
obviously, let's just is this a shooter? You know,
No.
Not a shooter.
that helps a lot. I think that eliminates a lot of games.
Yeah.
I still feel I might be in the. You may not agree with this. I still feel like we're dealing with too large of a window.
6 years.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like we can narrow that down a good bit. If it's something way more recent, like we have a way better shot at getting it. If it's like 2004 up, like
2004.
not 2024 up is what I meant. Sorry.
It's like he is working in a large window.
Yeah, in Ryan's mind, this generation has been 20 years long.
COVID really warped our time.
Yeah.
But like, I want to think about like literally any candidates before we move on. Like,
Ooh. Power World.
yeah,
Power World was an
that
Xbox
was
exclusive at launch.
yeah, because of early access. Oh, it's definitely Pal World. But isn't Pal World a shooter technically?
Is shooting mechanics. I would not describe that game as a
Oh,
shooter.
yeah. Do you wanna ask if you have if you have pets in this game?
Let's ask: Is this game currently the victim of multiple Nintendo lawsuits?
Well, let's maybe ask, does this game have Pokemon like mechanics?
Okay.
Is that your question?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's not Pal World.
Not Power World.
Well, right, actually, right, not Pokemon like
I
mechanics. But that is an interesting path to go down because Xbox has an early access system and Sony and Nintendo don't. There are some early access games, but they're not really but actually wait, is Hades 2 an early access game on that's only on PC, right? No. During the
Didn't
early
Hades
access
2 launch
period.
on Switch? Or not?
But during the early access period.
I don't know.
Because that I think that's kind of the. Do we want to ask that? Like, was this an early access game?
Ken, I mean, we're sitting pretty with the questions right now.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I'll be careful about burning too many.
Was this an early access game?
No.
Fuck. Okay, so it's not that route. That means it was someone released a fucking Xbox exclusive during the series generation. Which is that can't mean this game was popular at all. Or it must have had like a strong connection to the Xbox brand.
Hmm. Mm. 2020 onward. It's not a shooter. No Pokemon mechanics. Not a first or second party game. It was exclusive to Xbox. Could we maybe do we need to narrow down when it was ported?
All right. I don't know if when
and what it was ported to. Because look, if it's an Xbox exclusive, it was on PC day and date, so it was ported somewhere else after the fact.
Yeah, I don't think the timing of the port is necessarily interesting. Or
But where it was ported.
I guess we could ask a question like, was this ported after that infamous only 4 games video? but that is also kind of a first party situation. But I think that might actually be an interesting thing to ask. Because if it is before that, it is a very different situation. Because it means that it kind of splits Xbox, where like after that stream or after that video, they were very open about releasing their games on other platforms, and before they were still trying to uphold this idea that Xbox games are exclusive to Xbox and PC.
So,
but again, this is all very in the world of Xbox first party. But again, I don't really, the way I think about this right now is that I don't really see how this works without the game being heavily related to the Xbox brand, even if it was a third party game.
Should we try to nail down who the actual publisher is? Like whether it's a big player or we're looking at an indie title.
It could be an indie title. Again, like, I really wish we could find like literally anything that applies to this just so we can kind of start to get an idea.
Let's at least shoot is this a reputable publisher?
All right.
I mean, who's of reputable publishers who was doing timed exclusivity like that? I mean, mostly Square, but they definitely weren't doing it with Xbox.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Octopath Traveler 2
Switch
or 1 an Xbox exclusive?
Switch. This is a Switch exclusive.
But 2?
No, they both launched on Switch.
But didn't one of them release early on Xbox?
They came to Octopath 1 came to Xbox before it came to PlayStation, but it launched on Switch. PlayStation was the last to get Octopath. Because Octopath went to Game Pass, if I remember right.
I think we want to ask, is this an indie game?
Is this an indie game?
Yes.
We got ourselves an indie with 9 questions to go. An indie that launched on Xbox with exclusivity. Notable indies that come to mind, I mean, Cuphead, but Cuphead definitely released before 2020, right? Little Kitty, Big City. He's holding back a smirk.
the way I always think about that game is that like you have Stray and it was like this cat game that was like really restrained and trying to be like something outside of just being a cat game, and it was like really stylish and nice, and then you just like get like Little Kitty Big City, which like this is the cat game. It has like essentially no redeeming qualities outside of being the cat game.
Oh, that game's awesome. What? All right, we gotta speed this up. We're doing good. Just gotta stay on task. Did Balatro launch with any kind of Xbox exclusivity?
Don't think so.
What about Blueprints? Blueprints was definitely Game Pass.
No, that was a multi-platform release.
Should we go back to genre?
I guess, but like, I literally just want to find. I just want to think of literally anything that applies.
Inscription keeps coming to my brain. When did that release?
Don't know. It is within this time period. I'm pretty sure about that. I think that came to PC first, though. But I guess we could ask if it's
Random.
That was a multi-platform release. I
was it?
Tried to play that on
That game's cool.
PlayStation.
That game's real cool.
Oh. Fuck was that game made? I don't know why Curly would pick this game. I don't even know if Curly knows this game. Or I think this was published by Microsoft, maybe.
If it's published by Microsoft, then it's not going to be
the creators of the SteamWorld games made like this game about junk and trash that was on Xbox, exclusive to Xbox. Don't remember what the name of it is. It's like Junk Up or something like that. But it is technically an indie studio. Again, I don't remember if Microsoft published the game or not, but it was Xbox exclusive because I know I wanted to play it and it wasn't on PlayStation.
Ask some goddamn questions. Holy shit.
Has chat figured it out?
No.
I'm about to start shooting off genres.
What are you thinking?
Puzzle game. He's gone puzzle game quite a few times. It's kind of his bag.
All right, sure.
This is a puzzle game.
I would say no.
You would say no.
What does that mean?
It means that there are probably some puzzle elements potentially.
It's like what game doesn't have like puzzles? Like what do we qualify as a puzzle? You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say this is primarily a puzzle game.
So not a puzzle game, not a shooter. But like didn't one of those like Flower or not Journey, obviously not, but like a game like that. There was one that came to Xbox exclusively, right?
I don't know.
I'm still very interested in the way he's like was just like smirking ear to ear when I said Little Kitty Big City.
I don't know.
Or is he thinking about the kind of funny thing?
I don't know if that was like exclusive or not.
Sometimes you just can't help but smile. What do you want from
me? No, Curly, you're not allowed to emote at all.
I'm just saying that's the only game we saw that for, you know?
Fuck you for feeling feelings.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah.
What about, do you play as a human in this game? You want to ask that?
Sure.
You play as a human in this game?
Yes.
All right, not Little Kitty Big City.
Human game confirmed.
I mean, indie games are notorious for not having you play as a human, so this helps. We now know we're not playing as little teacups or mugs or cats.
Or gods.
Or gods. That's true. This is not Hades or Hades 2. We have 7 questions left? Yeah.
Do we want to ask if this is from like a reputable indie studio?
Yeah, shoot it.
Is this from like a reputable, well-known indie studio?
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean,
you know how to answer that.
I would just, me personally, I would say yes, but you might not think so. I don't know. Like, that's such a hard thing to gauge with indie studios, in my opinion. I don't know. I would say yes.
I would answer it on this basis. Has this indie studio's work left the what's the way to phrase that? Like,
are they a studio that's like outside of just a game they've made?
Yeah, like did their work
is this like a Yacht Club, Team Cherry, where it's like
that
people
level
know
of
the name
studio?
No.
So not a reputable indie studio.
I don't.
Well, I also ended up naming like the creme of the crop.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'm just saying. Curly just said this indie studio sucks. That's
yeah. That's
no.
Exactly what he said.
I said I would say yes, but
you just said they're not on Yacht Club and Team Cherry's level.
Well, there aren't many on that level. I just didn't think of any other names.
Complete garbage. That's what the studio is.
I said I would say yes. Let the record show. I said
just
I would
right.
say yes.
Just right. Curly would say yes.
It doesn't have any part of the question.
Right, Curly would say yes.
It's not true.
Not what he said. We need to have accurate information on there we can act on. I literally can't think of anyone who would be dumb enough to release a game exclusively on this console.
He's so caught up on this, man. About okay, back to genre. A racing game. It can't be an RPG, right? Should we shoot from the like? Is this a game that either you or I have played?
A little bit of a shaky question because he doesn't know all the games played. But at the same time, it is in the last few years. It's highly likely that he would know if he played it or not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Curly, if you don't know the answer to this question is null and void. But is this a game Dennis or I have played?
I don't think so.
Great. So
Well,
it might even be a game that's outside of our purview.
I know I don't know if Dennis played it because again I don't know every game Dennis has played, but I don't think you have. I don't think either of you have, but
this sounds like nonsense.
Do you want to ask if this is a first-person game, considering it's Xbox?
I don't know how to spell allegedly. There we go.
Is this a first-person game?
No.
I literally can't think of anything.
We're down to 4 questions and a guess. Indie game, Xbox exclusive, not a first-person game, not a game Dennis or I have played, not a reputable studio. Well, a reputable studio, but not on Team Cherry's level. He plays a human. It's not a puzzle game. It's an indie game. It's not. Wasn't early access. It's not Power World. It's not a shooter. Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I don't know if that's exclusive or not.
It's I was being dumb. That's the first person that perspective, I'm pretty sure.
Right. It's the first.
All right, we got 15 minutes.
You can shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your fault. Picking a game that neither of us have played.
We need a timer for questioning.
Yeah. This game's almost dead anyway. That's the point. Why bother getting efficient now, you know? Did this game release after January 1st, 2023?
No.
Early gen.
So we now have it 2020, January 1st to December 31st, 2022. A 3-year time span.
Do you want to ask if this was like nominated at the Game of the Year awards?
Xbox games don't get nominated for GOTYs, dude. Don't do that.
Yeah, which means that if it was, it would be quite a standout.
Right. But if it's not, we're nowhere.
Yeah. That's like most questions also.
That's not true. Was Pizza Tower.
I know it was on PC first. Right. Wait.
And there was another game
Oh.
that came out not last year.
Didn't Vampire Survivors come to Xbox and PC?
There's no way he pulled the same game as Enrico.
I don't know if you saw that episode. Oh my god, the reaction to that.
That would be crazy.
Oh my god, is this Vampire Survivors?
It's
Again?
Not. It's not.
Okay.
I'll give you all that one just because my reaction was like, what if that happened? More like, this is happening now. Like, that would be crazy. And then I was like, oh no, now they think it actually is.
Okay, Vampire Survivors. 3 questions.
Yeah. That would be funny if that did happen because I didn't watch the episode.
What you want to nail down like perspective, like if it's 2D or 3D, or like side scroller versus like.
What if it might be? Actually, I think I know what game it is. I think it's Nobody Saves the World. Which I think is the latest game by the developers of what's it called? Guacamelee? That was an Xbox exclusive at launch. It came directly into Game Pass, I believe.
Okay. We at least have a lead. I like it. How do we narrow down and confirm?
I haven't played this game. I think it's like a top-down 2D game, but I wouldn't be confident on that, considering I haven't played it. But it was kind of the talk of the town when it came out, because everyone loves gooning about Game Pass, and all the free games you get.
I do like Game Pass. It's pretty nice.
And Curly feels like a person who would go in on the gooning as a Game Pass user.
I'm gooning all the time on that fucking.
So I could see, and especially as like someone who watches, like kind of funny definitely probably talked about this game when it came out. I wasn't listening to them at that point. I know Colin played this game when it came out. Or no, he didn't. He wanted to play it, but he doesn't play Xbox because he hates Xbox. We played it when it came to PlayStation, but he talked about it when it came to Xbox. Do you know the game I'm talking about, Ryan?
Nobody Saves the World?
Yeah.
I've definitely heard that name before, and I know who Guacamelee is. But I don't know if I could picture the gameplay of the game.
No, like I think I've only seen like a little bit. I think it's a top-down 2D game. I think it's like a roguelike or something like that. I don't remember.
What about just out of curiosity, when did Disco Elysium come out?
It's definitely it could be in this period, but it could also be before this.
But for some reason, I'm thinking that Disco Elysium was like a hardcore like PC release before it went anywhere else.
I think it was possibly.
And then the other thing that my brain is jumping to is one of the ukulele games. Like, wasn't there like a weird 2D ukulele?
That was also multi-platform. I know it came to Switch on day one.
Okay. So, I mean, we could ask if this is from the Guacamelee devs.
What are they called again?
That I'm not sure.
All right, was this game made by the developers of Guacamelee?
No.
Fuck.
I have no idea if I spelled guacamole right.
I think you did.
Should we shoot the have we mentioned this game before? Or have we mentioned this game tonight?
I don't know if I want to waste the question on that. Damn, that was like the only good lead I had. Curly, can't you just change your game to be Nobody Saves the World?
Does it fit the criteria? I'm ready to go to sleep.
So we got 2 questions and a guess. Let's wrap this up. Probably not. It's probably not happening.
Man.
I'm gonna shoot to have we mentioned this game.
It's fine.
Have we mentioned this game so far?
No, you haven't.
Last question and a guess. What are games that Curly? Just going off of games that Curly really likes because he's kind of gone with games that he's a big fan of so far, and everyone he's picked. Curly likes puzzle games. He didn't pick a puzzle game this time. Curly likes platformers. I don't know what platformers would have come exclusively to Xbox from any perspective other than Cuphead. And Devil's Door, or not Devil's Door. The door game, the top-down door game. What is it called? Game. The door game. It's called Death's Door. Death's Door.
I don't know what that is, or it was Xbox.
It's okay. It's a Souls-like. It's an isometric Souls-like where you play as a crow.
I know the game you're talking about. First. Did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that
it has
game
since come to other platforms.
That's made by Edmund Macmillan, right?
No, Edmund Macmillan is Mutagenics and Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the same developer.
I don't think so.
Well, do you want to ask if it's a Souls-like?
Yeah. I'm not opposed with the Edmund Macmillan side either. Well, I don't think.
Well, no, if you, we're neither of us are sure if it's Edmund Macmillan, so I think it's safer to ask if it's a because I was thinking from a perspective of trying to nail it down or guessing.
Okay.
So I think it's safer to ask the roguelike, which is something we know about the game.
No, not roguelike, Souls-like.
Yeah, Souls-like, I mean.
Is this a Souls-like?
No.
Oh, dang it. I thought I was cooking there for a second. All right, now we just got to make a guess. Cult of the Lamb?
Was it Xbox? I know it was related to Game Pass, but I don't think it was exclusive.
I thought there was some kind of exclusivity with Cult of the Lamb. I feel like we're so close. Like we're right on the doorstep, but like, the right game's just not going to come to mind.
When did Cuphead come out?
Definitely before 2020.
Because I know Microsoft didn't publish Cuphead. It's self-published, but they funded the game partially towards the end.
We're not shooting Cuphead though.
But Cuphead wasn't was Cuphead exclusive? Yes, it was exclusive.
Yes, it was exclusive.
Cuphead
I'd just like
would...
to point out that I would classify that as a shooter. You guys asked that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ori?
Yeah. But Ori came out it would be Will of the Wisps in that case.
Yeah, it would be Will of the Wisps for sure.
It does kind of...
But did Will of the Wisps launch as an exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
It...
I say we shoot Ori.
Let's see. It was released in this time
Poor
period,
Ori.
I'm pretty sure. What?
What?
He's like, I say we shoot Ori.
Oh.
It I'm pretty sure it's self-published as well. But it is like funded by Xbox to some extent. I don't think they're publishing it. It was released after 2020.
Exclusive.
It is not a shooter. It's not a Pokemon mechanics. It was not an early access game, unlike the most recent game. It is an indie game, not a puzzle game. But as Curly was saying, what game is not a puzzle game? Which kind of applies to this? You play as a human. Here's the problem. You do not play as a human in the Ori games.
What did we say before Ori? Cult of the Lamb, he plays
a lamb.
Stupid lamb.
Stupid fucking lamb.
I hate this game, man. The Messenger?
Give up?
No, I will never give up. I will always
1
ask
o'clock.
something.
The Messenger.
Dude, it's 8 o'clock for me. I'm not giving up.
Time's up. We're going with the Messenger.
No, wait. That was a multi. I played that on Switch.
I'm so frustrated.
We're so close so many times, and it was like, no. Sure, Curly changed the game multiple times. Fucking bastard.
All right, let's just we're not gonna get it. Let's just shoot and
Blinks the time sweeper.
Is it Blinks the time sweeper?
No,
it is not. Shall I reveal?
No, wait. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Try to think of other Game Pass games.
I got nothing, dude.
Same. I mean, who gives a shit about Xbox?
What about Little Nightmares?
No, that's multiplayer.
Yeah, let's throw in the towel.
No, we gotta think about some. We have to guess something.
It's almost like if you guess something with all the criteria, you'd win the game. It's crazy how that works.
I would say that. Or wait, why did we not continue with the gunk game that I mentioned?
The gun game?
The gunk game. I don't remember what it's called. It's like
Gunk.
Yeah, gunk up or something like that. I don't remember.
No, it's just gunk or the
Gunk.
gunk or whatever.
Yeah,
it was
the
like
gunk.
the game people compared to Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I think it could be technically a shooter.
I mean, it's better than anything else we got.
Yeah, the
gunk.
studio is like also like kind of reputable, like you said. I think you play as a human. All right, do you wanna guess the gunk?
Let's shoot the gunk.
Shoot the gunk. It's not the gunk. All right. So this game is, let's see how to reveal it. Let's see. This game was originally released on September 9th, 2021 for Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It was later released for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 on January 25th, 2022. So about 4 to 5 months of exclusivity. Not much to play there. It's a platform game where the player controls Francis and moving him across a musical infused landscape. Any guesses?
It's the Artful Escape?
It's the Artful Escape.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
even know what this is.
It's mixtape. It's
We literally talked about the game in Discord like the other day.
it's the previous game from the mixtape, Des.
I have literally never heard about this game ever.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Dennis, I don't know. Ryan, I don't think has played it. We talked about it on the podcast even.
I'm so upset. It didn't even cross my mind. That had Xbox exclusivity?
Yeah, it came out on Game Pass first and then released on Switch and PlayStation like literally like less than 6 months later.
I
What's
have
the studio's
never
name?
seen this game ever.
It's Beethoven and Dinosaur.
That's yeah.
You've seen it. We've literally
no.
Enrico were talking about it in Discord.
Yeah.
I've never
man.
consciously seen this game.
It's a narrative adventure kind of game with like rhythm elements.
This is a good
platforming, maybe some puzzling. That's why I was like, I don't really know.
I think it's so it's the game Enrico was talking about. There's no fail states.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just holding left the whole game or right the whole game.
Yeah. I thought that y'all would get there just because mixtape is in the zeitgeist.
Man.
When you're asking about the Game Awards thing, I was like, maybe that'll get them there because it was nominated for like art design and like best indie and stuff.
I just didn't know it had exclusivity. That was the main thing. I wouldn't have got there because of that.
Yep, it was Xbox Voice because when it came out, it was a big deal because Game Pass, like everybody could try it out and shit.
Right. Man, but good one. Good job. Well job.
Well job.
Well job, everybody.
All right, that
well,
will
not
tie
everybody.
Up Curly
we
and Dennis.
didn't do a very well job.
Y'all didn't get close. Like I thought would get closer. Like I thought it was at least in the meta. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was obscure.
No,
but like
it's not obscure. I think that was perfectly within our purview to get.
Not my
that
purview.
One. And then the reputable dev thing. Like this game's getting 10 out of 10 all over the place. So I was like, I mean, technically now
this is a reputable studio at this point. I know. Yeah. I think you answered every question fairly, and this is a game that I definitely could have gotten. The Xbox thing just tripped me up because I wasn't aware it was exclusive.
All right, let's close it up.
That will put Curly at 4 points, Dennis at 4 points, and me with 2 points. I am sad. I am losing. But that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back next week with our Soros review. At least some of us will. I'm not sure. We'll see. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Burb. Thank you, Diego. Thank you, Ripped Hydra. I think he was here.
Yeah, Ripped Hydra's been lurking.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank y'all so much for hanging out. We will see y'all next time. Until then, we're going to awkwardly wave goodbye for the entire week until we get back on next
Yes.
Wednesday.
Little did you
It's
know.
always
will
so
not move.
tiring.
Little
We will
did you
not
know we
move
sit this
from the
way the
chair.
whole time. We don't ever do anything else but wait.